Now, whether you're looking to survive the elements or just have a cool place to hang out, let's talk about building a shelter. For this, all you really need is some rope. And it never hurts to have an axe in hand. First, we're going to pick our location. We're going to find a spot with dry, flat ground and a bit of headroom to hoist the shelter. We want a spot that's clear, 6 to 8 feet all around. Okie dokie. Next, we're going to gather some materials. Ideally, we want to collect some fallen saplings. An easy way to transport them is by using a quick release, adjustable knot. We're going to do a wiki-up shelter, so we need at least 3 solid logs to be our structural pieces. Lay them down side by side and fasten them together near the top. Then we're going to bring it up and spread them out like legs of a tripod. Now we're going to add some cross pieces to the top. So now that we have our basic structure, we're going to be using some cross pieces here to support our coverage. You don't want to use anything that's too dry and is going to snap easily. Doesn't have to look fancy. Now, if I wanted to have a fire in this shelter, I would want this opening to be a little bit bigger so that the smoke has somewhere to go and exit. But we're going to keep this a no fire shelter, so we don't need as big of an opening and we want as much coverage as possible. I'm also going to be adding some cross pieces in that midline here. Now if you need to cut some rope using an axe, put the rope across the blade, give the rope a bit of tension, and then find a solid surface and tap the blade. Nice! Now these cross pieces are not, oh, it's tilted. Now these cross pieces are not super necessary for this kind of structure, but they really do come in handy, especially if you have smaller pieces. Now, here's the fun part. Here we go. All right, let's put this thing together. I feel like I gathered some really long pieces. I'm realizing that I have quite a lot of long pieces, so we're going to have to cut them down a little. So I'm going to put them in between these two branches and then pull towards me for that break. Nice. And once we have that structure, we're going to cover it using moss. Moss is really great because it's super easy to gather. You just kind of roll it up like a carpet. You want to make sure that you're diversifying the areas that you gather from, so that you're not completely depleting one area. So a little bit here, a little bit there. So I'm adding a few cross pieces so that I can lay some moss over the entrance, just so that it's not such a big gap. Moss is really great because it basically just sticks on, but it does also have a habit of rolling off, so just make sure that you're sort of tightening it and compressing it by patting it down. So I've just added a few logs pre-covered in moss, just to kind of close that gap of the entrance a bit. So on the inside here, it's pretty cozy. Okie dokie.